What's going on, everybody? It's Kabaddi Keenan, and today we're back with another team review where we will be going over the forever struggling but lovable Telegu Titans. Now, let's just get the big signing out the way with Pawan Sehrawat, where they purchased him. They got him back via the FBM, where they snagged him from Umumba, which I'm kind of happy they did. I'm not sure he was happy that they did, but regardless, he's back with the Titans, which I think is good. I think that fan base really needs somebody to clamor over because they're just constantly in the gutter. And I think that fan base has been through a lot, so they need someone to really hang their hat on to cheer for. And I think Pawan is just one of those people that you can't help but root for. I love rooting for him. So I'm really happy that they brought him back despite their struggles last season, where I know he wasn't the happiest camper. But I will say that I think that better days are ahead, not only for him, but for the Titans, because I think the ownership really took it upon themselves to change the tides and sort of the fortunes that they've been having lately, where over the past 3 seasons, they've literally come in 12th out of 12 teams. So they definitely need something to turn things around. And I think they really did a good job, not only by getting him back, but also by getting the second best defender via Krishan Dhull. I think that was a masterful getting Krishan Dhull, who, like I said, was the second best defender with 78 points behind Shatlu. He's going to play a crucial role for this team this season. To be able to have him as sort of like your lead defender and then have Pawan as your lead raider, I think that's a very powerful combo, and I think that's going to set them up very nicely this season to do better than what they've clearly done. I mean, you can't get any worse. I mean, the worst that can happen is you stay in 12, which isn't a change for you. So they can only go up from where they've been, and I think they will. I don't think with the moves that they've made this offseason, the changes that they've made, I don't think that they're going to come in last again this season. Again, they were very active in the auction. They made 9 signings overall, and they got this guy named VJ Malik, who I'm not too familiar with. I think he played for the UP Yodas last season. He wasn't that impressive to me, to be honest. UP Yodas overall weren't that impressive. So, but maybe him coming to the Titans, and I think with the changes that they're looking to make, I think maybe his game could step up and he can pair nicely with Pawan. That seems to be what they're sort of banking on, is for Pawan and VJ to sort of lead the rating opportunities or the rating duties for them this season. So we'll see how VJ does. But the people that I'm actually really interested in are the people that they retain, which they only retained 6 players from last season, which again, I think is a sign that they really wanted to change things this season, because to only retain 6 players, that's a major overhaul. And the fact that of those 6 players, 4 of them are considered new young players. So you're banking on a lot of these young players to step up, and I think they will. Again, one of them, which I was really excited about, and I think he's a really good player, in Sanjeevi. I thought he was their second best player for the Titans last season, hands down. And then another person that they had, which was Praful Zawar. I think he showed a lot of promise as well, and I'm looking forward to what he's able to do, see if he can step his game up as a Raider. So I think Sanjeev is a great person that they'll be leaning on this season, along with Praful. And then defensively, they retained Ajit Pawar, which I think he was their best defender last season. I think I'm not sure how many points he had, but just watching him, I always felt that he put his best foot forward and always put in like solid performances for them. So I'm glad that they were able to retain him, and I think him along with Krishan, I think they can potentially team up to just shore up that defense for them, because they're going to need it. But the focus that they clearly had this season was sort of having a balanced squad, because a lot of their players are all-arounders, which I think is smart for them. They're a team that needs people to do both, so that you're not so dependent on 1 or 2 Raiders to basically carry your offense, and on top of that, you're not worried about them, basically being a hindrance to you defensively either. So I think the best move for them was to do what they've done, which is go for a lot of all-rounders, which they did, and I think that's smart. I think the new coach also is probably potentially their biggest and best move this offseason, because apparently this guy was the person who led the Debang Delhi to their first championship back in season 8. So he's clearly got experience, and he's got the ability to take a team not only to the playoffs, but to the championship and to win a championship. His attitude towards the team and what he wants to do with them, I think might make all the difference for them. I think having your head coach, he's going to set the tone for this team, and I think he's going to bring a winning attitude, which I think for this franchise is desperately needed at this point in time. And I'm actually really looking forward to the Titans. Like, I'm hopeful. Let's just say that. I'm hopeful that they can really turn things around, and I'm hopeful that they can actually make the playoffs for the third time in their franchise history, because they've only gone twice, and the 2 times that they went were at a point in time where there was actually only 8 teams in the league. So basically since season 4, they've never gone to a playoff. So I'm really hoping that they can do well enough to make a playoff appearance. And even if they don't win a playoff game, their playoff match, I think just being able to say that they went from last to making the playoffs in one season, I think that's a hell of a turnaround. Like, real talk, it really is. And I think that could be in the cards for them this season. Again, I think they've done a masterful job in the offseason making the changes that I think they really needed to make. They really need an overhaul, and that's what they've done. I think it's going to go a long way with aiding them to turn around their fortunes as a franchise and get themselves out of the basement. I know they have a really big fan base, and just for them alone, I really hope that they can turn things around, because I think that fan base really deserves it. They love their Kabaddi. They love the Titans, despite how bad they've been over the course of several seasons. So I think just for them alone, I really want the Titans to do really well this season. So again, let me know what your thoughts are, and I will catch you guys in the next video.